Hello everyone and welcome back. We're going to jump right into this one. I do not have as much time as I'd like to. I really need to get these videos out before Hytale gets released, ideally. So let's just jump into it. Today we're going to be talking about the races, mounts, pets, and monsters. It's going to be a bit shorter than usual probably, so yeah, let's get into it. So, races. There are two sides to the races. There's the friendlies and the hostiles. All of them are playable, and they're all working on the same side. I don't have better names for the sides right now, but yeah, that's how they're being divided. On the friendly side, you have Quebecs, humans, Farons, Slothians, and Fawns. And I should have all the pictures up for you to see right here of what we perceive them as right now. On the hostile side, you have the Goblins, the Trorks, the Scarix, the Outlanders, and the Raptoids. As you can see, there's no picture of the Raptoids because they don't exist in the game. They're supposed to be reptilian / raptor-like humanoids. So yeah. Appearance-wise, that's what they all look like. I'm not going to get into their culture, their style, their anything because we don't have much lore on them, if I'm being completely honest. There's just not much we know about them too much. And what we do know isn't really worth sharing in this video, not with the time that I have, so yeah, essentially. What I can share is what we have written down of the plan for them, which is every race is going to be able to have access to all but 2 classes available. So, for instance, the Quebecs will have access to every single class except for Engineer and Voidcaster, because they're all about nature and they focus on that. So yeah, we try to have theming with these guys. Furthermore, the idea will be that every single race will be granted 2, maybe 3 or more perks, passive abilities, boons, things like that. Possibly a weakness, but what those are all going to be, we really don't know. We have to figure out the mechanics before we can figure out that. And even then, we still want to make sure we have all the lore and culture down for all these races before we start fleshing out the mechanics, so that, while balanced, it does still match their race's personality. And that's all I have for races. Like I said, it's probably going to be a short video just because we don't have much information on any of this. But we're going to go over mounts and pets next. And I'm not going to go over the list of creatures that you have available because we don't know everything that is available in the game yet. Eventually, once we start playing and we start writing down a list of all the monsters and creatures and animals that do exist in the game, and as people start making mods and come up with really cool ideas of what else we could add in, that's when we're going to start making that concrete list of what you can have as mounts and pets. But for now, just understand that mounts get you from point A to point B, and pets are there as an aesthetic until you get into the higher rarities. You see, common mounts and pets can be purchased as cosmetics. The mounts, all they do is take you from point A to point B. The pets, they're just there to look cool or be cute or, be your companion. But when you get an uncommon and above, that's when things start to get interesting. For mounts, how it works is players riding uncommon mounts can fight at half speed. Players riding rare mounts can fight at 3/4 speed. But epic and legendary is where it gets fun. At that point, the mount has its own attacks that it can use in addition to the player. And at legendary, it can fight on its own. Now, the thing is, in addition to not being able to be purchased, the epic and legendaries have a greater cooldown. And what I mean by that is that your mounts can be slain and then be resummoned via cooldown. Commons are the quickest, uncommon and rare are, they're a little bit longer, but not too bad. But then epic and legendary are very, very greatly increased in cooldown. So while it can be a great aid, it's also a little bit of a liability if you lose it and you're relying too much on it. Uncommon and rare can be brought into minigames and used in specific minigames. I haven't decided what kind of minigames. I was thinking maybe another Pokemon offshoot, but at the same time, that's been overdone. I kind of want to do something different with them. And then Epic and Legendary grants a small buff or boost to their abilities. Maybe even get an ability or skill. So that's what they can all do. I'm going to go ahead and let you know that for mounts, there's two types of mounts. There are land mounts, aka mounts that can cross via land, so running and crawling, what have you. And then there's sky mounts, mounts that can fly. Yeah, you'll be able to fly around in my MMORPG. This is going to be a lot of fun. Anyways, those are the mounts and pets. Again, not too much information, but I did have some mechanics that I did want to share with you about that. I'm going to go ahead and pause real quick right here, and I'm going to do that same old plugin I always do because we really need subscribers. If you like the project so far, if you're interested in following it, if you want to see more of this, if you want to join the team, any of that, please smash that subscribe button and strike the notification bell. Like and comment below. All of it helps us immensely. I cannot stress enough how much that helps. Oh, and we have a Discord now. Link to the Discord you can find in the description of our channel. Please go click it, join the group. We're all excited for what's coming up. Now for monsters. Monsters! Once again, along with this list, there's really not much we have planned for them because there's not much we know about the gameplay yet, let alone the list of creatures that are available for players to fight and that kind of stuff. I will say that I did compile a list of the different types of monsters that can be found, and I kind of cheated by just copy-pasting the monster type list from Dungeons & Dragons. So you have beasts, monstrosities, undead, demi-humans, corrupted, fae, magical, constructs, elementals, dragons, and plants. Besides that, monsters have essentially different roles. So you have grunts, officers, elites, mini-bosses, field bosses, dungeon bosses, and raid bosses. And then they all have their own range of difficulty, ranging from 1 to 5 stars. Maybe a skull if we come up with something creative with that. But again, that's really it. We don't really have too much on this. So this is a short video. I just wanted to cover all that real quick. Next video we'll be talking about the NPC factions, player guilds, campaign quest lines, faction and zone quest lines, and then side quests. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have. And that's it. That's all I have. So I hope you guys have a great day. Hope to see you next time. And most importantly, I hope to see all of you in Hytale. Farewell.